Ever feel that brain fog slam you at 2 p.m.? It's that all too familiar wall. 1 minute you're productive, cruising through your tasks, and the next, it feels like your brain has been replaced with a thick, heavy cloud. You're staring at the screen, reading the same sentence over and over, but the words just won't connect. It's frustrating, it's demoralizing, and it feels like an inevitable part of the modern workday. But what if it's not? What if that mental slump isn't just a sign of a long day, but a signal from your brain that it's running on empty? Suddenly, names slip away right when you need them. Your focus shatters at the slightest distraction, and that to-do list you started the day with? It's not just winning, it's laughing at you. You find yourself reaching for another cup of coffee or a sugary snack, hoping for a quick fix, a temporary jolt to get you over the finish line. But these are just band-aids, quick patches that often lead to an even bigger crash later on. They don't address the root cause of the problem, a brain that is starved of the essential nutrients it needs to perform at its peak. Your brain is an absolute powerhouse. It's a supercomputer containing roughly 86 billion neurons, each one forming thousands of connections. This intricate network is responsible for every thought, every memory, every decision you make. It's constantly working, even when you're asleep, managing everything from your breathing to your most complex creative ideas. But here's the catch. This incredible machine has very specific fuel requirements. It runs on the vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients you consume. When it gets the right fuel, it operates with breathtaking efficiency. But when it doesn't, the entire system starts to slow down. Today, we are going to give your brain the premium fuel it deserves. We're diving deep into the 12 essential vitamins that are scientifically proven to sharpen your focus, improve your memory, and boost your mental clarity, naturally. We'll also cover a bonus nutrient, choline, that is so critical for brain function, it's in a class of its own. This isn't about chasing trends or magic pills. This is about understanding the fundamental building blocks of cognitive health and learning how to incorporate them into your daily life for lasting results. So, skip the gimmicks and the overblown marketing claims. We go straight to the science, not the hype. Every vitamin we discuss today is backed by credible research from institutions around the world. We'll break down exactly these nutrients work in your brain, from building neurotransmitters to protecting your neurons from damage. We'll look at the mechanisms, the studies, and the real-world impact. And a quick but important disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement regimen. These aren't exotic, hard-to-find compounds. These are evidence-backed essentials your brain uses every single day to function. We're talking about the B vitamins that power cellular energy, the antioxidants that fight off mental aging, and the key players that help build the very structure of your brain cells. For each one, we'll give you the complete picture. What it does, the best food sources, the recommended daily intake, and crucial tips on supplementation so you can make informed choices. Imagine being able to dial in your focus on command, recall information faster during meetings, and think with a new level of clarity and confidence. That's the promise of optimal brain nutrition. It's not about becoming a different person. It's about unlocking the full potential of the brain you already have. It's about giving yourself the mental edge you need to thrive, not just survive, in a demanding world. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building a better brain with proven strategies, hit that subscribe button right now. We deliver science-backed brain health content that actually works, cutting through the noise to give you actionable advice you can trust. Join our community of high performers dedicated to lifelong learning and peak mental performance. And if you believe that your mental power is your greatest asset, do me a favor and tap the like button. It tells the algorithm that this is valuable information, helping us reach more people who are tired of brain fog and ready to take control of their cognitive health. Your single click makes a huge difference. You're going to want to save this video. We're covering a lot of ground, including specific foods and daily intake numbers. Save it to a playlist so you can come back and check your daily intake against our list. Use it as a reference guide, a nutritional checklist for your brain. And finally, turn on notifications. Don't miss out on our weekly brain-boosting insights, where we cover everything from budget-friendly brain food recipes to debunking the latest wellness myths. It's your direct line to staying ahead of the curve. All right, enough talk. It's time for action. Let's get started. We're going to kick things off with the B vitamins, the absolute spark plugs of cognition. We'll rapid fire through all 12 essential vitamins, plus choline, giving you the what, the why, and the how for each one, including the best foods, the recommended daily intakes, and pro tips to make it easy. Are you ready to build a better brain? Let's do this. B1, thiamine, the brain's spark plug. Your brain burns roughly 20% of your energy. B1 converts carbs to glucose, fuel for neurons. Low B1, your mental engine sputters. Watch for fatigue, irritability, and forgetfulness. Sources: brown rice, oatmeal, pork, trout, beans, lentils, sunflower seeds, macadamias. RDI about 1.1 to 1.2 milligrams. B2, riboflavin, the cooling and maintenance system, central to ATP production in neurons. It also recycles glutathione, your master antioxidant. That protects against oxidative stress and cognitive wear. Get it from dairy, meats, eggs, spinach, almonds, and fortified cereals. RDI, about 1.1 to 1.3 milligrams. B3, niacin, supports 400 plus enzymes. All right, let's dive right back into the B complex powerhouse with vitamin B3, also known as niacin. This one is a heavy hitter for your brain's energy supply chain. Think of your brain cells like tiny, bustling cities that never sleep. They need a constant, reliable source of power to function, and that's exactly where niacin steps in. Its primary job is to build two of the most critical coenzymes in your entire body, NAD+, or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and NADP+. These aren't just fancy acronyms. They are the fundamental currency of cellular energy. Every single thought you have, every memory you form, relies on the energy transactions facilitated by NAD+. Without enough niacin, your brain's energy production grinds to a halt, leading to that feeling of mental fog, fatigue, and an inability to concentrate. But niacin's role doesn't stop at energy. It's also a key player in synthesizing and repairing DNA, and it has a profound impact on your mood and motivation. How? It directly supports the production of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is your get-up-and-go chemical, driving focus, reward, and motivation. Serotonin is your mood stabilizer, promoting feelings of well-being and calm. When niacin levels are optimal, your brain has the raw materials it needs to maintain a healthy balance of these crucial messengers, keeping you feeling sharp, driven, and emotionally resilient. Furthermore, niacin helps improve cerebral blood flow. It acts as a vasodilator, meaning it helps relax and widen the blood vessels in your brain. This allows more oxygen-rich blood and vital nutrients to reach your brain cells, enhancing their performance and protecting them from metabolic stress. So, what happens when you don't get enough? Niacin deficiency, while rare in developed countries, can be serious. Early signs are often neurological and can be mistaken for general fatigue or stress. We're talking about brain fog, apathy, memory problems, and even depression. In severe cases, it leads to a condition called pellagra, characterized by dermatitis, diarrhea, and dementia. Groups at higher risk include individuals with alcohol use disorder, malabsorptive conditions like Crohn's disease, and those with highly restricted diets. Fortunately, niacin is found in a wide variety of foods. Excellent sources include poultry like chicken and turkey, red meat, and fish, especially tuna and salmon. For plant-based sources, look to nuts, legumes, whole grains like brown rice and fortified cereals, and avocados. Your body can also synthesize a small amount of niacin from the amino acid tryptophan, which is found in most protein-rich foods. The recommended dietary intake, or RDI, is around 16 milligrams for men and 14 for women. Most people can easily meet this through diet. Now, a quick word on supplements. High-dose niacin is sometimes used therapeutically, but it can cause what's known as the niacin flush, a temporary but uncomfortable redness, warmth, and itching of the skin. This is generally harmless but can be alarming. As always, this is for educational purposes, not medical advice. If you're considering high-dose supplements, it is absolutely essential to talk to your doctor first. Pro tip for niacin. Pair your niacin-rich foods with sources of iron and vitamin B6, as they help your body convert tryptophan into niacin more efficiently, giving you more bang for your buck. Next up, vitamin B5, or pantothenic acid. The name comes from the Greek word pantos, meaning everywhere, and for good reason. It's found in small amounts in almost every food. B5 is the unsung hero of your metabolism. Its most critical function is to be synthesized into a molecule called coenzyme A, or CoA. Think of CoA as the central hub in a busy train station. It's the master controller that directs the breakdown of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates to be converted into usable energy. Every calorie you consume has to pass through the CoA checkpoint. Without adequate B5, this entire process becomes inefficient, leaving you feeling physically and mentally drained. Beyond energy, B5 is absolutely critical for your brain's communication network. It's a necessary component for synthesizing acetylcholine, the key neurotransmitter for memory and learning. When you're trying to learn a new skill or recall important information, your brain is firing off acetylcholine. B5 provides the building blocks to make that happen. It also plays a vital role in producing steroid hormones in the adrenal glands, including cortisol. While cortisol gets a bad rap as the stress hormone, a healthy, balanced release is essential for managing inflammation and regulating your stress response. B5 helps ensure your body can mount an appropriate response to stress without going into overdrive. B5 deficiency is extremely rare precisely because it's so widespread in the food supply. It typically only occurs in cases of severe malnutrition. When it does happen, the symptoms are vague and can include fatigue, irritability, sleep disturbances, and numbness or burning sensations in the hands and feet. There aren't specific high-risk groups, but anyone with a severely limited diet could potentially fall short. To keep your levels topped up, focus on a varied diet. Exceptional sources include shiitake mushrooms, sunflower seeds, and avocado. You'll also find plenty in chicken, beef, eggs, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. The adequate intake is set at about 5 milligrams per day for adults, a target that's easily achievable with a balanced diet. The great news about B5 is that there is no known toxicity from high doses, so there's no established upper limit. Pro tip for B5. Since it's water-soluble and can be lost during cooking, try steaming or stir-frying vegetables like broccoli instead of boiling them to retain more of this valuable nutrient. Finally, let's talk about vitamin B6, or pyridoxine. If B5 is the energy manager, B6 is the master mood balancer and one of the most versatile players in the brain. This vitamin is a workhorse, acting as a critical cofactor for more than 100 different enzyme reactions in the body, many of which are central to brain function. Its most celebrated role is in the synthesis of key neurotransmitters. It's essential for creating serotonin, which regulates mood, sleep, and appetite. It's needed for dopamine, which governs motivation and pleasure, and it's crucial for producing GABA, your brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter that helps calm nervous activity and prevent you from feeling overwhelmed and anxious. A B6 deficiency can directly disrupt the delicate balance of these chemicals, contributing to low mood, anxiety, and irritability. B6 also plays a role in regulating homocysteine levels, an amino acid that, when elevated, is linked to cognitive decline and an increased risk of vascular problems in the brain. Mild deficiency is more common than you might think and can manifest as confusion, depression, and a weakened immune response. At-risk populations include older adults who may have poorer absorption, individuals with autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid arthritis, and those with alcohol dependence. You can find B6 in a fantastic range of foods. Chickpeas are a standout source. A single cup provides over half your daily needs. Other great sources include fish like tuna and salmon, poultry, fortified cereals, potatoes, and dark leafy greens. Even fruits like bananas pack a decent punch. The RDI for adults is about 1.3 to 1.7 milligrams per day. While B6 is vital, this is one B vitamin where more is not better when it comes to supplements. Long-term intake of very high doses, we're talking over 100 milligrams per day, can lead to severe nerve damage, a condition known as peripheral neuropathy. So, stick to food sources unless your doctor advises otherwise. Pro tip for B6. Add a can of chickpeas to your weekly grocery list. You can roast them for a crunchy snack, blend them into hummus, or toss them into salads for an effortless B6 boost. B9, folate. Big for memory and mood. Drives methylation, turning genes on and off for brain chemistry. With B6 and B12, it clears homocysteine linked to cognitive decline. Low folate often shows up in depression. Think leaves and legumes. Spinach, kale, asparagus, sprouts, beans, peanuts, avocados. Food has folate, supplements use folic acid, some do better with methylfolate. RDI, 400 micrograms. B12, non-negotiable for a healthy nervous system. It maintains myelin, the insulation on your brain's wiring. Low B12 slows signals. Fog, memory loss, poor focus. Vegans, older adults, and GI conditions. Higher risk, test your levels. Sources: meat, fish, poultry, eggs, dairy, clams and liver are powerhouses. Supplements include pills, sublinguals, or injections. RDI, 2.4 micrograms. Vitamin C, not just immunity, massive neuroprotection. The brain hoards it to neutralize free radicals. It helps convert dopamine to norepinephrine, attention and focus. Also supports a healthy sleep-wake rhythm. Load up on citrus, red peppers, strawberries, kiwi, broccoli, kale. RDI, about 75 to 90 milligrams. Vitamin D, receptors all over the brain, including the hippocampus. Low D correlates with cognitive decline and low mood. Winter blues, sunlight scarcity is a big clue. Get D from sunlight, fatty fish, fortified foods, and egg yolks. Testing is smart, deficiency is common and subtle. Dose with your provider, personalize it, don't guess. Optimize D to lift cognition and mood. Alright, let's talk about the brain's personal bodyguard, vitamin E. Your brain is about 60% fat, and these fatty structures are incredibly vulnerable to damage from oxidative stress. This is where vitamin E, a powerful fat-soluble antioxidant, steps in. Its primary job is to protect the delicate fatty membranes of your neurons. Think of it as the ultimate security detail for your brain cells, ensuring their structural integrity so they can communicate effectively. This protection is fundamental for maintaining cognitive function as we age, preserving memory, and keeping our mental processing sharp. So how does it work? The key mechanism is preventing something called lipid peroxidation. It sounds complex, but here's the simple version. It's like anti-rust for your neurons. Free radicals are unstable molecules that can attack and damage the lipids in your cell membranes, causing them to degrade. Vitamin E selflessly sacrifices itself to neutralize these free radicals, stopping the chain reaction of damage before it can compromise your brain cells. This preserves the fluidity and function of your neural membranes, which is absolutely critical for fast and clear signaling. A true deficiency is rare in healthy people, but certain groups are at higher risk. This includes individuals with fat malabsorption disorders like Crohn's disease or cystic fibrosis, as they can't properly absorb this fat-soluble vitamin. People on extremely low-fat diets might also fall short. The signs can be serious, including nerve and muscle damage that leads to loss of feeling in the arms and legs, muscle weakness, and vision problems. Now for the good stuff, where to find it. You don't need to look far. Vitamin E is abundant in nuts and seeds, especially sunflower seeds and almonds. It's also in vegetable oils like sunflower and safflower oil, and in green leafy vegetables like spinach and broccoli. Prioritizing these whole food sources is always the best strategy. The recommended dietary intake, or RDI, for most adults is around 15 milligrams per day. And here's a crucial point. Always try to get it from food first. High-dose vitamin E supplements can be risky. They can interfere with blood clotting by counteracting vitamin K, and some studies have linked excessive supplementation to other health risks. The tolerable upper intake level is set at 1,000 milligrams, but it's best to stay well below that unless a doctor advises otherwise. Pro tip: a quarter cup of sunflower seeds or a handful of almonds gets you most of the way to your daily goal. Easy. Next up, the often overlooked vitamin K. While famous for its role in blood clotting, vitamin K is also a key player in brain health. Its main job in the brain is to help build and maintain structures called sphingolipids. These are a special class of fats that are highly concentrated in brain cell membranes. They're not just passive building blocks, they're involved in crucial cellular events like proliferation, differentiation, and cell-to-cell signaling. A strong, well-maintained sphingolipid structure means a more resilient and efficient brain. Beyond its structural role, emerging research suggests vitamin K may also support cognition through its powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It helps regulate inflammatory pathways in the brain, protecting neurons from the kind of chronic, low-grade inflammation that can impair function over time. Some studies have linked higher vitamin K levels with better episodic memory and verbal fluency in older adults. Deficiency can be a problem for people on long-term antibiotics, which can wipe out the gut bacteria that produce some vitamin K. Also, those with severe liver or digestive diseases are at risk. The most obvious sign is easy bruising or excessive bleeding, but suboptimal levels could be quietly impacting your brain health without such clear signals. There are two main forms to know: K1 and K2. Vitamin K1 is found primarily in leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, and collard greens. Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods like natto, a fermented soybean dish, as well as some cheeses, egg yolks, and liver. Your body can convert some K1 to K2, but getting both from your diet is ideal. The adequate intake is about 90 micrograms for women and 120 micrograms for men. A big heads up here: if you are on blood-thinning medication like warfarin, you must talk to your doctor before changing your vitamin K intake, as it can directly interfere with how the medication works. Pro tip: add a cup of kale to your smoothie or a side of broccoli to your dinner. You'll hit your daily target without even thinking about it. Now let's talk about an unsung hero of brain nutrition: choline. While technically not a vitamin, it's an essential nutrient that functions like one, and it is absolutely critical for a sharp mind. Its most famous role is as a direct precursor to acetylcholine, often called the memory molecule. Acetylcholine is the key neurotransmitter for learning, memory formation, focus, and even muscle control. When you need to concentrate on a task, recall a name, or learn a new skill, your brain is burning through acetylcholine. Without enough choline, you simply can't produce enough of this vital chemical messenger. But that's not all. Choline is also a fundamental component of your brain's physical structure. It's used to build phosphatidylcholine and sphingomyelin, two types of phospholipids that are essential for the integrity of all cell membranes, especially your neurons. A strong, fluid membrane is necessary for clean, efficient signaling between brain cells. Think of it as ensuring the wiring in your brain is perfectly insulated and maintained. Many people don't get enough choline. Groups at particular risk include pregnant women, as the developing fetus requires huge amounts for brain development. Endurance athletes who deplete choline during intense exercise, and postmenopausal women are also at risk. Vegans and vegetarians may also need to pay closer attention, as some of the richest sources are animal products. Deficiency can lead to muscle damage and liver issues, but even suboptimal intake can manifest as brain fog, poor memory, and difficulty concentrating. So, where do you get it? The number one source is egg yolks. One large egg has about 150 milligrams. Beef liver is another powerhouse. For plant-based folks, soybeans are your best friend. Think tofu, edamame, and soy milk. Other good sources include shiitake mushrooms, potatoes, and quinoa. The adequate intake is around 425 milligrams per day for women and 550 milligrams for men. The tolerable upper limit is 3,500 milligrams, but taking very high doses from supplements can cause a fishy body odor, sweating, and low blood pressure. Pro tip: Don't fear the yolk. Including whole eggs in your diet is one of the easiest and most effective ways to boost your choline intake and support your brain. So there you have it, a deep dive into the essential toolkit for your brain. We've covered the entire B-complex family, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, and B12, the energy generators and neurotransmitter factories. We've explored the antioxidant guardians, vitamin C and vitamin E, which protect your brain from cellular rust. We looked at vitamin D, the master regulator, and vitamin K, the structural specialist. And finally, choline, the memory maker. Each one has a unique and critical job. They aren't just nice to have. They are the fundamental building blocks of a high-performing brain. The key takeaway is that these nutrients work together, as a team. You can't just focus on one and ignore the others. A balanced, nutrient-dense diet is your #1 strategy for giving your brain everything it needs to thrive, to focus, to remember, and to stay sharp for years to come. Before you go, if you found this information valuable, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. And save this video to your watch later so you can come back to it as a reference. A quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always talk to your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement regimen, and consider getting your nutrient levels tested to see where you stand. Thanks for watching, and here's to a sharper brain.